Hi friends, for Reader's Theater today we're going to be learning the lines of the cat, dog, and duck on page 3. You might have noticed when you were reading with Miss Brandy yesterday that the cat, the dog, and the duck all say the same thing and it just gets repeated over and over. So we're only going to practice it once because it's going to be repeated quite a few times when we read the play together today. So today for our biggest strategy that we're going to use, we're going to be using a lot of chunking because the dog, the cat, and the duck choose words that have endings and they choose really big words. So our strategy that we're mostly going to be using today is chunking. On this page, the dog, cat, and duck have 3 different lines. One of the lines, the second line that we're going to learn today, you did learn yesterday if you watched the video with Miss Brandy, so you might already know what that says, but it's important that we practice it again. First, we'll learn what the lines say, and then we'll go back and practice our animal voices for these characters. Let's go ahead and take a look at line number 1 for the dog, cat, and duck. The first part of the line has 2 popcorn words in a row, so you probably remember what they like to say over and over. This is a contraction. It's almost a popcorn word. We want to pretend that where there's that little line, there's really an A here. And it would be like saying those 2 together. We can stretch these 2 sounds to stick the contraction together. This word is almost a popcorn word if we just took that second O off, but we pronounce it the same way as if it had 1 O. All right, let's take a look at this word together. This word is a little bit tricky because there's some tricky sounds in it that don't make the sounds that the letters usually make. B is going to make its same sound, so we can stretch that one out. U in this word is really going to make a short I sound, which makes it kind of tricky. S is going to make its sound mostly, and then Y is going to make the long E sound at the end. So go ahead and see if you can stretch that one out. You can also use a chunking here if that's easier for you, because you might have noticed when I change that to an I, we have the popcorn word is in the middle. So use whichever strategy makes the most sense to you here. And let's try it together. B-is-e, busy. Excellent. Let's look at this next word together. This word has an ending. It has the ing ending. So I'm going to cover up that ending first so we can chunk it. When we look at the beginning of this word, notice it has a digraph sound, and then A is going to say its name. So you can stretch the beginning of this word with 3 sounds. Go ahead and try that on your own. Let's try it together. Ch-ace, chase. Now we can chunk the ending. Chase, ing, chasing. Excellent. Next word is really, really big, so we're going to chunk it in a few places. We'll chunk it here. You might know that word at the beginning. We'll chunk it here. Bossy R, E says nothing. Chunk it here. And at the ending, we have another bossy R, A says nothing. So see if you can use stretching and chunking to figure out this word here. Your clue for that word is it's an animal that we studied a few weeks ago, and it's an animal that changes into something else. I'm going to chunk it for you, see if you got it right. Cat, pill, ers. Caterpillars. Excellent. Let's go back now and read that first line together. Here we go. Not I. I'm too busy chasing caterpillars. So when we read it together, all 3 animals are going to say this, so we're going to repeat it a few times. Let's look at the second line together that all 3 of those animals say. We have lots of popcorn words at the beginning. Popcorn word. This we can stretch, but if you remember the name of the character, you won't have to stretch those 2. This word you may remember from yesterday. When you go to stretch this word, We have a bossy R in the middle, so O is going to say nothing. So this word just has 4 sounds. We have another bossy R in this last word, so you're only going to hear 3 sounds here. Go ahead and work on stretching those words on your own. And for this one, we're just going to start at the beginning of this line and read it together after you've done your stretching. All right, let's try it together. That little red hen works hard. Do you remember that one from yesterday? They say that quite a few times in this play. All right, let's look at the last line, and I'm going to draw a box around, a rectangle around some of the words that are the same from the top line. Since we already decoded those and learned how to read them, we're not going to do it again here. So we already used this word in the top one. We already used this word in the top one. We used all of these words. Look, it's exactly the same. We have a pattern here in the top one. And now we just have 2 words left to work on. I'm noticing another ing ending here. So let's chunk that ending off and figure out the beginning. When we stretch the beginning of this word, we want to use a long A sound in the middle. So go ahead and stretch this beginning, and we'll chunk it with the ending and put it back together. Ache, make, ing, making. Excellent. Now let's work on this word together. This word we want to chunk right down the middle. The beginning of this word you can stretch, short U sound in the middle. And when you do the end of the word, E is going to say nothing because we have a vowel team here, and I is going to say its name. So I would stretch each part on its own and then chunk it back together. Let's do it together. Mud, mud, eyes, pies. Mud, pies, mud pies. So in this last one, they're making mud pies. Let's try reading this line all together. Not I. I'm too busy making mud pies. Excellent. Now let's go back and try reading it with your favorite character voice. For this, you have the choice of the dog, the cat, or the duck. And let's try reading all the lines together. I'm going to choose the dog, and I'm going to use kind of a deep dog voice for this today. All right. Not I. I'm too busy chasing caterpillars. That little red hen works hard. Not I. I'm too busy making mud pies. Excellent job. Now let's try reading all of page 3 together using all of the character voices. Remember, it's your turn to read when you see that star above my head. Here we go. Come look. It's time to make flour. Who will help me make the flour? Not I. I'm too busy chasing caterpillars. Not I. I'm too busy chasing caterpillars. Not I. I'm too busy chasing caterpillars. Then I will make the flour myself. That little hen works hard. Come look. It's time to bake the bread. Who will help me bake bread? Not I. I'm too busy making mud pies. Not I. I'm too busy making mud pies. Not I. I'm too busy making mud pies. Excellent job reading for all the fun animal characters today. Tomorrow we'll read the end of the play and we'll go back and work on our little red hen voices. Looking forward to making our fun Friday video, so if you want to send your reading voice to the teachers, we would love to include you in the video.